Good evening, guys. Thank you so much for hopping back on. If you're new here, welcome. Welcome to my journey. Welcome to our community here. I know I have a lot of new followers. Thank you so much for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting on? I am looking forward to the topic that I have for tonight. How did I become a minimalist? I live a minimalist lifestyle, and basically, what that means, I live with what I have and what I need, but not a lot of extras and a lot of duplicates, and not a lot of just a simplistic but not scarcity. There is a big difference in living in a scarcity mindset and living in a minimalist mindset. Um, so I would say my journey really started 5.5 years ago, almost 6 years ago. I left the Amish 7 years ago, and for the first year and a half, another girl had taken me in. Um, when I left the Amish, she just took me in, but it was in a single white trailer, really not space for two people and a few dogs. But I was thankful for a place to live until I was able to kind of go out on my own. So at that time, I also had health issues to the point where I was not able to work, and I was not able to provide for myself financially. And so at the time, so she just helped me out there, just gave me a place to live and some, yeah. I was pretty independent at that time as far as being an adult and whatever, but financially, due to my health, I wasn't able to take care of myself. So she gave me a place to live. Anyways, I started what is minimalism? Like I said, it's basically you have what you need, and but you don't have a lot of extras and a lot of duplicates. So I live in an apartment. I have not given an apartment tour. Wasn't sure if I wanted to. Maybe if you would like to see that, let me know in the comments. Um, Live in a small apartment, and so when I moved here, I did not have like anything. I moved here with, I believe there were three minivan loads of stuff, and that included like my parents and some of my siblings coming with, so it wasn't like packed full or anything. And I had a bed frame, and then my parents got me a mattress at that time. I was very thankful for them. And I did not have a dresser. I had one recliner. I will actually, one recliner that at the time I was very, very allergic to foam. Still have a little bit of sensitivity to foam. And the recliner that was mine was given to me by friends, and a very nice recliner. But I could not even sit on it because of being allergic and having reactions. So, um, yeah, I didn't. I had that recliner even though I couldn't really use it myself. Anyways, my hair is so thick. It's a lot healthier than it used to be, but I don't know if it's new full moon or something like that, because it's just like so thick or hard to do something with it. Anyways, um, side bunny trail. I did not have a kitchen table. I had that one recliner and a bed, and that is pretty much it. When it comes to kitchen stuff, I was very thankful. My mom had an extra pots and pans set. She had extra Tupperwares and Rubbermaid stuff, and actually my brother, who was living out on his own, had brought me a bag of some extra Rubbermaid stuff that he didn't use. And so that was how I started out. I moved to this apartment and it was literally empty. Like, there was a refrigerator and a stove there that is the owner's, and that stays here. But there was nothing else here. Mom gave me from her old curtains, some Amish curtains to cover my large windows that I have. And it wasn't what I would have chosen at all. But as over the years, as I gathered the next month and the next years, as I gathered more stuff, I was able to, it was able, um, kind of make it my own, so to speak. It's easy, so easy to gather so much stuff. And because I didn't have a job, because I didn't have finances, because I wasn't able to go out and get myself stuff that I needed, I did without. I did all my cleaning with vinegar and dish soap. That is the only thing I had. I um, and then some a few rags that my mom had given me, like old socks type of rags. And I was trying to think. Mom and Dad gave me a recliner that they had in their basement. Was an older one, a small one that they didn't really use, that they offered to me, and I was very thankful for that. That is where I sat. They gave me a card table set. My parents had a few of them, and so I had a card table set and three chairs, that foldable chairs. And so, having said that, I started out with like nothing, and it gave me a brand new start in life, like my emotions, my spiritual life. It just felt like it gave me a new start to life. I came here, I didn't know a single person within 7 miles of me, and 7 miles, the closest people were my parents that I knew. And I I came here and I felt like I got a completely new area, new place. My family helped me clean this place before I moved here, so it was all nice and clean. And it gave me, and now looking back, I realized it pretty quickly that it gave me mental space. And I was very poor. I but I was still rich in a sense of I had everything I needed, really. It wasn't the kind of things that I would have wanted, but I really had everything I needed. And it really, I realized it pretty quickly how good it feels to my brain to have this empty space. In my bedroom, there was literally the bed, and then the bed I had was a twin bed with drawers at the bottom. So that was really helpful. I had drawers, but I literally had my bed in my bedroom. That was it. And in the living room, I had these two recliners and then these foldable chairs, and like it was empty, and it felt so good. And that is what it really got me to thinking, I don't want more stuff than I need. I still struggle. It is very easy to bring a lot of stuff into your house. People have clothing that you know. I have a lot of friends. They give me clothing to go through. I get gifts. I go to the store and see things that I need, right? And I have to be very, very intentional to keep it simplified, to keep it minimal. And that was when I realized just how much it affected my mental health. The place that I had come from, we were two adults in a single white trailer that was full of stuff. We had three dogs and toys and a kitchen full of stuff and a bedroom full of stuff. My bedroom was, I had that twin bed, and that was all there was space for. Like, it was very, very small. So it wasn't cluttered. I'm a very organized person, and I do not like a cluttered space. But it was basically impossible because of my roommate, and because of we just had stuff, and it wasn't my stuff to get rid of or whatever. And now, when my space gets cluttered, I feel it mentally. Like, the first thing I'll do when I get stressed about something is I'll come home and declutter. Like, that is a de-stress, and I actually declutter, organize, and help people clean for a living part-time. And there is, so I won't say names, my clients are all private, but the feedback that I hear is, I didn't realize I have so much stuff to get rid of. I don't miss the stuff that I got rid of. I didn't realize that I didn't need all of that stuff. And I have kind of a system that I go through in helping them to decide whether they want to keep it or not. And there again, I help people declutter. So when they want to donate stuff, oftentimes they ask me if I want it, and it is so easy to come home with a lot of stuff. And so I have to be very, very intentional. But again, if I get stressed, what is the first thing I do? I declutter. And also the first thing that you want to do, buy stuff, right? Like whatever, it doesn't make sense. But automatically we can buy stuff. You have Amazon, it comes the next day, you know. So I will be giving some tips how you can not get into that. I have a system in place that really helps me. And one of the things is I keep a storage bin in my closet, and every now and then my closet in my bedroom, I have a certain closet that I have my clothing in. And if that gets a little full, I can feel it mentally. Like, I don't even know what to wear, because what the reality of it is, you wear the same clothing over and over and over. Like, that's just how it is. And I do keep a few dresses that I don't often wear, just for like special occasions type of thing. But so every now and then I'll go through it, and whatever tops that or clothing that I haven't worn for a while, I'm like, I put it out in my closet. And this closet has a railing too, a rail for clothing. I'll put it out in this closet, and after a while, oftentimes a month or two, I'll go through this closet and be like, why? I don't want to, like, I'm not going to wear those ever again. And then they go in the storage box, and once the storage box gets full, I will donate them. And so that has helped me tremendously. Same with shoes. I have a certain amount of shoes, and if I have more than that, one of them has to go. And I'm pretty graceful with myself, but the more lenient, I'm like, I don't like this. I don't like having this amount of clothing and shoes and stuff. I am very, very blessed, and I am able to get what I need now. And so it is always been going to be that bit of a battle, because like I said before, when we get stressed, we want to buy, but at the same time, when I get stressed, I also want to declutter. And so it is something to keep up with. I also am learning how to make my house warm and comfortable and welcoming, where I started out with just having it very, very bare. It wasn't super welcoming either. And that didn't really bother me that much, as long as I have my space. And my friends know that. Like, they're like, oh, you could just, I develop pictures, and then I'm like, oh, what about these old ones? And they're like, that fits in the fridge. I'm like, no, if I put another thing on my fridge, something has to go. Because I feel it mentally. And it's interesting, when I work with my clients, they're like, oh, we declutter, or we organize and declutter specific drawers or doors or doors, cabinets and stuff, and they're like, this feels so good. And even the doors are closed, you don't see it, but they know how it feels. And that is just that I just love that when people are like, I never missed that. This feels so good. And so that is how I started with living a simplistic lifestyle, is because of not having. But that was when I realized how good it felt. How good it felt mentally. How good it felt for my spirit and my soul and my body. And so I hope this is encouraging. I try to keep my videos under 15 minutes, and I am almost there. So if you have more topics about or questions about it, I will be sharing more like specific areas with my minimalist lifestyle. If you want to see a house tour, or a bit of a house tour, let me know. Maybe I can do that sometime. I live minimalist pretty much every area of my life. So if there's any questions you have, feel free to ask questions, and we will be seeing you around.